Good day. In today's lesson, we will explore collaboration in our juvenile justice system. When we look to juvenile justice, it includes the three subsystems: law enforcement, number two, our juvenile courts, and number three, juvenile corrections. When we look to law enforcement, these professionals are, for many youth, the first point of contact that they have with the juvenile justice system. Our juvenile courts are involved in adjudicating youth and attempting to hold them accountable for their actions, but also in assisting with rehabilitation. Juvenile corrections involves institutional corrections. That includes our residential placements, the secure facilities, our behavioral health facilities, wilderness camps, but also boot camp programs, and it also includes community corrections, probation, and the use of aftercare, which is commonly known as parole in criminal justice. Understanding these three subsystems is important to understanding how collaboration does occur within juvenile justice. Because collaboration is important. It is important for our juvenile justice professionals, but it's also important for youth, for those that are being processed formally in juvenile justice, but also important for those who are informally handled in juvenile justice. It is important because the work that our juvenile justice professionals do, it's not separate and isolated. The work that the three subsystems do, it is connected. For instance, the work that law enforcement does is connected to the work that our juvenile courts need to do. And the work that our juvenile courts do is connected to juvenile corrections. And collaboration can be important in holding youth accountable, but it's also important in assisting in plans for rehabilitation and treatment, in the identification of the needs that juvenile offenders present with. And in exploring collaboration, I wanted to discuss one example of this in juvenile justice. And that example is the problem-solving court. Problem-solving courts are also known as specialty courts. They attempt to assist youth with their needs. These can include substance abuse needs, mental health disorders, the use of teen courts, but also the different co-occurring issues that youth present with. For instance, youth do present with both substance abuse concerns and mental health disorders. So co-occurring courts can assist these youth. By nature, these courts are collaborative because in many respects, they are separate from the traditional juvenile court. They are separate in the use, in many cases, of a different juvenile court judge. And the juvenile court judge in the problem-solving court is more involved in a juvenile's case, in keeping an eye, but also a track of how a youth is progressing through their plan in being a part of the problem-solving court. The juvenile court judge, in keeping track of everything, collaborates with a range of not just juvenile justice professionals, but service providers. Now, these professionals can include probation officers, law enforcement, mental health providers, substance abuse treatment providers. It can include the schools. And this collaboration in the end, can support not only a youth rehabilitation, but also in attempting to reduce repeat offending. Have a good day.